This is the NOVAR Verizon Cup Series race number 25 of 30. We'd head to the Las Vegas Motor Speedway in Las Vegas, Nevada for the Miller Lite 200. Then McDonald's Polo would go to the number 19 of Casey Hutto. Hutto, who I believe won the Nashville event, will start on the front row with Alan Kimmel in the 88, second year Atlantic City winner. Third place Josh Mertz, who won the Charlotte event, and then on the outside of Mertz was Walter Youthen in the 8. As you're going to see, Hutto gets down in turn 1. There you see Josh Mertz and Eric Webler. They're going to be stuck around the middle line. As you see, 3 wide behind them, but the caution would come out on the third lap. Caution on lap 3. Chris Bell gets too aggressive early in the going, turns Chandler Blake, and this would cause Josh Mertz and Sean McDowell to get up in the air, and whoa! You see the 58 and 59 roll over. And Eddie Johns, your second place man in points, coming in here by only 18 points. Now he is crashed just only the third lap. Here's another angle from Chris Bell's perspective. He turns to 15 and then gets Eric Wilbur, Michael Scott, Walter Youthen, and then you see the 2 Mobil 1 cars rolling up in the air. Sean McDowell also goes over as well. Here is from Eddie Johns' perspective as he's racing around, tries to slow down, but he gets hit by the 58, and then we lose a camera right there. From Blake Battagliani's perspective, he was running, I believe, last at the time. He tries to slow down. He's actually doing a good job of slowing down, but gets rear-ended, and he gets on the 03. On the restart, Brian Kittleson, the 53, would be a race leader, as this race would have a ton of passing in this race. As of out of the 120 laps we ran, there were 57 lead changes. Nearly half the race were done by lead changes because here, and we're going to take some sections on how this racing ended up working out. Brian Wilson on the 90, he will pass the 53 for the lead with Shane Clark, the third-year points leader, coming into this weekend. He was having a decent day in the 8 car, avoiding that first wreck. Thomas Lloyd, the 16, is also following there, and Jake Kierland in the 76 is right there. As you see, the 98 of Shane Clark, the third, he's going to go and take the lead away from Wilson, as Thomas Lawyers is going to then try to take the lead away from the number 98. As they're going to come down the back straight away, and whoa, we nearly have a wreck behind them, and let's see what happened here. Daniel Salmon, Shane Bliss, and Brian Kittleson all get together, and they almost wreck, and then he almost wrecks Holloway in the process. However, Kittleson was involved in the second caution on lap 10. Apparently, let's see, Gordon Biller touches the 14 of Luke Warren, who gets into Brian Kittleson, and then whoa, Gordon Biller goes over several cars. So does Connell's O'Key, as that was probably the strangest accident that we have all day. Let's see from Gordon Biller's perspective. He's just riding along, and then he just gets launched over, and somehow the camera is surviving all of this. Biller would drive. Biller would not drive away. Connell's O'Key, here's his onboard. He's just riding on board, and we lose a camera there. And here's what the Luke Warren situation was all about. He gets hit from the 91, and then he turns these 24 and 03 around. There goes James Olson Jr., nowhere to go. I think he came in here 4th in points, coming into this weekend. There's Zuki. Zuki would keep on going, but he would have to park it to the garage. Brian Wilson at 90, he would be a race lead on that restart. Jake Kierland was in 2nd. Shane Clark, the 3rd, was in 3rd. And Thomas Lawyers in the 16 was running in 4th. Shane Harden, the 57, and Jeff Johnson are having a battle for 5th. As we see, Shane Clark, 30, will make a pass on the 90 to take the lead away down the back straight away. Here they comes. Clark will do it successfully as they get around the middle of turn 3. Clark will take the lead successfully with Thomas Lawyers and Shane Clark, the 3rd, right behind him. However, the 3rd caution would fly lap number 23. Hey, 4 wide does not work here. 4 wide does not work. 4 wide does not work. 4 wide does not work. I knew this was going to be happening as the 7 turns the 57 around. Here is as Hogan then just drives into pit road. Here is from Jason Duke's perspective. The 7, the 98, 47, and the 6 would all touch, and then the 6 goes hard into the outside. Well, luckily there are safer barriers there, so Duke was able to get out of the car okay. Duke's teammate Jake Kierland would be on the leader on this restart, with Mark Mungill in 2nd. 3rd was Shane Bliss, the 42. 4th was, I think, 4th as I can't. I'm not, that. Yeah, it was Walter Green in the 39. The 48 of Jay Holloway. He was in 5th. 6th was Jeff Johnson. 7th was Nick Dunnigan. Excuse me, right there. As you see, Shane Bliss is, and we almost have a wreck coming off at turn 4. As luckily they get away with that without a mess. Shane Bliss will lead that lap with Walter Green in 39, your California winner, charging to the inside of the 42 car. Jeff Johnson in the 77. Jeff Johnson has not had the best year, although he started the season off top 30 in points, but fell out pretty quickly early in the going, and he has not run well ever since. As he is having a very good day, so with Nick Dunnigan as well, and Jake Carroll in the 76. Dunnigan's also not had the best season, but recently Dunnigan has had some pretty good runs on his move, and Jeff Johnson just opened the door on the 48, and he will go and take the lead away from the 48. We would still have this racing until lap 45, however, when the fourth caution came out. Oh, Luke Warren, he will be a nuisance to Daniel Samlon. He pulls in front of the 99 and then gets into the 50 of Blake Tangana. This will turn the 14 and 99 spinning. Both the 99 and 14 would continue on, although the 14 would have a little bit of trouble getting out of there. As he backs it up there, and then he actually will drive it away. On the restart, Shane Harden, the 57, was your lead on this restart with Ronald Portland second, Casey Hoopton in third. As the 31 and 19 were, I believe, off the pace. And then Thomas Lawyers in the 16 was right there. Michael Scott is 5th, surprisingly. As Scott has had very good runs here at Las Vegas in the past. Shane Howard, he's going to make 3 wide behind them. As Harden, he will be leading, but he was actually the fast car until where he made a huge mistake on lap number 77, where the 5th caution came out. While Shane Harden he's running around, but makes a last-second call in the pit, and he spins himself in front of the 19. So Harden just makes a rookie mistake, spinning, makes a late entrance to pit road. He would have to tow his way into the pits. Here's another angle. He going around the high side. His crew chief tells him to pit at the last second, and he tries to do it, but he spins himself in front of the 19, spins himself around, and then he will just have to be towed. Ronald Portland and the 50 of Blake Batanga were the last cars on the lead lap. Mark McGill was the race leader. Cameron Brooks in the 33, and in the second spot. 30 and the 39 Walter Green in third spot. Cameron Brooks has also not had the best year, but he's actually been running up front on some occasions. But every time he runs up front, he usually falls back either because of a crash or just falls back. But as you see, he's going to work with Walter Green. Mark McGill is going to maneuver the 31 and 50, and the 33 is flying up there, and he will go and just make a move and will get under the 56 and will successfully pass them as they get into turn 1. As Brooks, he will take the lead away, but he has Walter Green behind his back bumper. However, Walter will move him out of the way, and he will go and take his own share of racing for the lead. As Walter Green won the California race by a last lap pass. Brian Wilson and Nick Dunnigan are also coming. Right there with Jake Carroll in the 76. Also right there. So we're seeing some pretty good racing so far within this race. As the truck race, we actually had a photo finish where Baron Loden won the truck race by about maybe 27 thousandths of a second. We should see a closer finish here. As you see, the 56 of Mongillo, 90 of Wilson. They're going to split the middle, 3 wide. Dunnigan almost runs the 90 around up the racetrack, but he saves it. Walter Green falls back. However, Brian Wilson and Walter Green would have their own share of controversy on lap 94 while going around the lap car of Luke Warren. Wilson will just dump Walter Green into the backstretch wall, and both of them would continue on. Walter Green tries to retaliate, but Wilson just jumps to the outside. And then when Jeff Johnson and Cody White would get by, they will split the middle. He would split Cody White. And here is possibly the winning move with about 8 laps to go. We're focusing on Cameron Brooks in 33, as he is running in, I believe, the 5th spot, or 6th, whatever. You see lap traffic's coming up ahead. That's Shane Clark the 3rd. He's way off the pace after that crash. He will... Kimmel and Brooks would get by him successfully, and then Cameron Brooks will get under the 88 of Alan Kimmel, and looks like he will get to the lead. Cameron Brooks would have a good, comfortable lead as he's going to take the white flag. But if you look very, very closely, there was a caution light there. And as the 6th and final caution came out, lap 119. Brian Wilson to the 7 of Mike Hogan. Hogan spins up, gets in front of the 77. So Jeff Johnson having a great day. Has this day and just one lap shy of the finish. Meanwhile, there was a controversial incident coming to the checkers. Shane Clark III moves up, gets into the 33. So the 33 gets involved in an accident shortly before taking the checkers, but however, his luck was there as he actually crossed the line before the caution came out, and Kimmel, the second place man, crossed the line after the caution came out. So Cameron Brooks won his second career NOVAR Verizon Cup Series race, his first since the Daytona 250.